I was born downtown, in our capital. When I recall my homeland, my thoughts are filled with the sights and sounds of the city. But home means something different to each and every one of us. Therefore, I've decided to visit every place where our citizens call home. The Kingdom of Erusia is a land of diversity. Each region has its own unique and special culture.
お疲れさん。今日で終わらせるかといった感じかな。
The destruction of one of their arsenal birds has significantly reduced the scale of Erusia's air defense network. Ocean forces have moved into the areas where we gained air superiority and freed over half of the Yusian continent. However, Erusia is feeling the pressure and is reacting by attempting to activate the ballistic missile base in the suburbs of Sierra Plata. For the past 72 hours, they've put the resources and people into action and have already entered the final stages of a The missile silo is deep underground. To destroy it, we'll need a bomber to drop a huge deep penetration bomb in a precise place.
暇なのはいいことだ。まあゴールデンウィーク終わりっていうのもあるし、天気が悪いっていうのもあるかも。
Normally, we'd wait for the weather to clear, but with the situation being what it is, we don't have that option.
ああ、これめんどくさいやつだ。
We will be the bomber's eyes and find the missile silo. You'll all be equipped with targeting pods and set of special weapons. We need you to fly at low altitude, visually identify which silo they're activating, then acquire it with your targeting pod. Once you press the firing switch, the bombers will drop their payload based on the location data provided by the targeting pod. You will need to keep the silo in the center of your sight until the bomb hits its target, or else it will miss entirely. It takes a high level of airmanship to properly guide these bombs to their targets while flying in place. Naturally, we assume the enemy has positioned anti-air artillery and aircraft in the area of operations, so stay alert. Additionally, we suffered human and material losses in the last battle. The Cyclops Squadron will sit this one out. Trigger, it's up to you to make this work with just Strider Squadron.
Why? Speed が出る機体でいくか、今回。そうね、なんか複雑なんだよね。ストライクはYバンでも乗るか。2人乗ってるか。複雑式なんですよ、この機体。機動力いいな、やっぱ。画面酔いだけに気をつけてください。
In order to use the targeting pods, you'll need to change weapons first. Try to align the missile silo with the circle in the center of your HUD. When you're lined up, hit the firing switch and the bomb will drop. You're gonna need to keep the silo aligned until the bomb hits. Keep the targeting pod trained on that silo until the payload is delivered. Hit, but it was off the mark. Let's give him another.
もう一発入れ込まないといけないんだよ。
Dropping another bunker buster will take some time. Aim carefully. Destruction of first missile silo confirmed.
お、大丈夫。
The enemy set up anti-air weapons in multiple locations.
エースコンバットね、結構 BGM かっこいいよ。ヘリコプター強すぎだろう。ああ、ゼロやってたって言ってたね、そういえばね。これ偽物か。分かりづらいのよな。そう、セブンからね、天候によってね、機体の影響を受けるからな。ちなみにね、難易度一番難しいからね、ミサイルがめちゃくちゃ飛んでくるから、やっぱり。そうね、めちゃくちゃリアル思考になったね。だからちゃんと雲の中入れば、例えばキャノピーにね、なんていうの、あとは雷食らうとね、やっぱ電子機器がバグる。雲の中でミサイル撃つと当然ミサイルがブレて当たりづらくなったりとか。あとはね、難易度 S はね、ミサイル一発じゃ落ちなくなりました。昔ね、難易度 S にしとくとミサイル一発で落ちるっていう鬼畜仕様だったんだけど。そうなのよ、ありがたいのよね。
one silo remaining.
一つか。
I'm like a wolf that's been let off its leash. These guys won't know what hit him. I thought you were a bird free from its cage.
あー、風の影響が。
Target destroyed.
OK。
All missile silos have been destroyed.
Wait, what the hell is that?
ね。
Alert! We've detected an IRBM launch. Confirmed signature on our radar. Launch site is this dam.
Not from the silos?
They certainly hit it well. We still have a chance. Shoot it down before it reaches critical altitude.
落としに行きます。
Missile launched. Confirmed signature on our radar. Warning. Confirm another launch. Take it out.
何の光。
New hostiles. All aircraft confirmed. Additional launch confirmed.
すんごい爆発力だ。
Enemy has a lock. Evade!
ミサイルより早く飛べばいいだけだ。弾道ミサイル。うふー。
All of the missiles have been destroyed.
へー
I
ね。
was cutting it pretty close. I was starting to get a little nervous.
You're telling me you had us flooding up here, and there wasn't even anything we could do about it. Glad we were partnered with you on this operation.
That went about as expected. Be sure to include in the report how much ass I kicked while off the company commander's leash. Roger that, and I'll be sure to include all the crap you said about Wiseman, too.
OK。
We have successfully prevented an enemy ballistic missile attack. Strider Squadron, you did very well without your unit commander. We are now preparing for the final stage of our long-range operation, seizing the capital.
多分 A ランクかなこれ。あ、おいしそうと。いやいやいや、全然ですよ。
With the loss of an arsenal bird, followed by the destruction of their ballistic missile base, Erussia is running out of ways to counter. This is a great opportunity for the Ocean Army to
これ
bolster
あれ
our
かな、
power
夜間に
to
突っ込む
eventually
作戦だっ
take
け。
down the Erusian capital of Farbanti. The special long-range strategy is entering its final phase. Our objective is to attack and capture the Erusian Air Force Base in Cape Rainier in northern Erusia. This important base is at the forefront of our strategy to establish control of Farbanti. Under the cover of night, our plan is that all squadrons will invade from the valley to the south
これだ。
and mount an air assault on the area. The enemy's observation field has eyes on the skies above the valley, so your altitude will need to be restricted. If you go over a certain altitude, the enemy could spot you, ending the mission in failure. Keep that in mind. Once you arrive, you are to take out the enemy's air defense forces as soon as possible and prepare for the support squadrons. When the air defense forces are neutralized, the helicopter squadron should arrive carrying Marines. The plan is to take control of the base. Getting through the valley is only half the job.
やばいよこれは。ちょっとタバコ吸ってるんで待ってください。いろんな機体あるんだよねやっぱ。スペシャルスキンあったっけな。そうなんだよね。スキンめっちゃあるなイーグル。かっこいいね。 F22 これあれだね、4のメビウス中隊の塗装だね、スキンだね。台風もすごいよな。グリペンこれも好きだね。エースコンバット4のヒーロー中隊のカラー。いいよね。あ、これがあれか、アサルトホライゾンのカラーリングかな。一番強い機体これかな。 DLC でラスボスの機体だねこれ。これもこれで5の時めちゃんこ強かったファールメン君で、これがモルガンだね、ピクシーカラー。これもすごいよな。ガンダムに出てきそうだね、確かに。でこれが2のあれだね、架空機体だね。2まで特殊兵装なかったんだけど、そうこいつは ノーマルでミサイル4発撃ってやったっていうバケモノで、これが6のシュトリゴン部隊の隊長が乗ってた機体だね。これが好きなんだよな俺。ということでこれでいきます。まあ単純にね、これが強え。最大12発のミサイルで乱れ撃ちするっていうね。そうなんですよ。この機体ね、めちゃくちゃおしゃれなんだよね。すごいよな。本当になんか現実に出てきそうだよな。架空機体なの。ちなみにこの機体ね、艦上こう見えて普通の滑走路からじゃなくて空母から離陸する機体なんだよね。行きます。はい。行きます。ちょっとごめん、これはこれでいくわ。これマジでね、ガンダムシードデスティニーです。そうそうそうそうそう。サーチライト多すぎ。あーやばい、前が見えない、前が見えない。よし、コックピット画面だとマジで前が見えねえ。行くぜ、乱れ撃つぜ。一気に12の目標をロックオンし、このミサイルのね、出方がすごい好きなんだよね。マックス。 強すぎ。 このパカってね開くんだよね、上と下の埋め込んばいいから。そうマックスね F22 が唯一8機体までロックオンして撃てるっていう 8AM っていうのがあるんだけど、これ ADMM だから一気に12の目標、しかも対空対地対艦問わず撃てるからめちゃんこ強い。意外とね機動力もいいんだよね。機動力いいんだけど安定性がやっぱないっていうのがちょっとまあこれ言うて DLC 機体だからそう昔からね壊れてるのよこの機体。6が一番最初に出たんだけど6がマジでやばかった、ね、今この ADMM さミサイルの弾数が表示されてるんだけど、昔はね12発一気にまとめて1っていうカウントだったから、でそれが確か当時あれかな18発とかあって、まあ、単純に、ね、撃てる量が団地だったから。
Nice work. We did it. That's the last of them. We've achieved air superiority. Everybody stay calm. Reform the ranks. Lancaster, requesting close air support.
Strider Squadron, enemy reinforcements. Get some goddamn support there now.
Enemy numbers are small. Don't give in. Fight until the very end.
そう撃ち落とされてるのかな。
Target's destruction confirmed. That air support was riled them up.
Pushing the enemy on their heels.
Okay, start running on the count of 3. Great. I get to finally send my buddies in to ring the doorbell. There's still quite a few enemies holed up in there. However, we can't afford to wait any longer. Begin the assault. If anyone resists, kill them. Contact! 2 o'clock! Go! Go!
頑張って。
Tear down that barricade.
How'd it go?
あとはなすだけのお仕事です。
This is Basilisk 1. The base is ours. We have control of all major functions.
Glad the pizza was on time. Roger that, Basilisk 1. Mission accomplished.
終了。
All prisoners of war will be treated in accordance with international law. We've even brought pizza.
Looks like they can shred those wills.
I'm already getting an earful from the men over the needless paperwork.
No joke.
Okay, go ahead and begin your approach. Move to the flight control.
祝砲。
Roger that.
こいつの弱点はね
Strider 1, this is Basilisk. The
ATFM の弱点を上げるとしたら
party is on as soon as you get here.
VLS 式って言ってミサイルがなんていうのかな普通に発射するんじゃなくて一度上下に上がってからこう向かっていくから まあ、高度が低かったり、あとトンネル内とかで発射するともう使い物にならなくなる。
All you know, you're too high. Right on the money, Strider 1. Strider 1 has landed. Let's go and greet him.
Strider 1, you have passed through waypoint 1.
そう、兵所はダメだね。まあ、あとはやっぱ1対1とかするときには結構きついかもねっていう。
Excellent work on the night raid. Submarines have arrived from the Ocean mainland and are refueling. This base will serve as a frontline platform for our mission to take Farbanti. We're almost at the end of this operation.
ファーワンで来るか。
Mihai's second sortie was designed to calculate how his physiology changed under the stress of combat. My job was to compare his performance as a pilot now to when he was younger and understand how his skills evolved. To tell you the truth, I'm not sure I wanted to know the answers anymore. For a man his age, Mihai's body was unbelievably resilient, remarkably flexible. His reflexes were sharp as they ever were. Still, after all those years of flying in the outer layers of the atmosphere, even someone as strong as Mihai wasn't immune to the effects of the strain. The human body is fragile. It was not meant to handle the excessive amounts of radiation that constantly bombarded the stratosphere. For Mihai's second sortie, we used a flight suit that was still untested. He seemed fine on takeoff. By the time he landed back at the base, it was clearly a mess. He got caught in a surprise dogfight with an especially stubborn enemy. It took a while for Mihai to bring him down. The suit was ineffective. According to the data, it wouldn't let him fly to his full potential. A new flight suit was made to my exact specifications. When it finally arrived, Mihai's granddaughters glared at me with their disapproval. They blamed me for the pain their grandfather had to keep enduring. But Mihai remained stoic. He wasn't the type of man who cared about anything that happened here on the ground. I wasn't worried about it. I was confident the new suit would protect him thoroughly so that he could maneuver his plane any way he wanted. The moment he took off in his new flight suit, I realized what I had failed to before. Right after takeoff, as the wheels retracted, the plane suddenly arced up. It accelerated so quickly. I had never seen a plane move like that before. Mihai hit the high G's multiple times before disappearing into the blue. The support team couldn't even keep up. And then I knew. I understood why he never seemed to care about restoring his stolen country back to its former glory, and why he didn't seem to care about anything that happened here on the ground. Of course, Mihai's kingdom was the sky.
The operation to capture Erusia's capital, Farbanti, is beginning. This is the culmination of our work. We need to capture the Erusian forces' general headquarters in the south of Farbanti and end this war. The plan is for ground troops to attack Farbanti from both the east and north, and a task fleet will attack from the southwest. We will secure air superiority over the capital, while providing air support for our allies on the ground
そう
and
な
in
ん
the
だよ
water
ね。
as required.
あのお
By
じい
all
ちゃん
accounts, we
敵の
expect
エー
this
ス
to
パイロ
be
ット
an
だから
intense, full-scale battle across land, sea,
Country.
and air. Should you need to
さっきの
replenish your
警急
ammunition
員の
or make
あの声多
necessary
分
repairs
ね
to your
クロニ
craft,
キが聞いたことあ
a
るよ。
return line has been set up in the north. During this
あの声。
operation, we will also be tasked with having to destroy the communications satellites that Veruja hacked. If we take down the information communication system we believe they have control over, it should plunge Veruja into
あれはねウェスカーの
Once the
海外
capital
の
falls,
声
the
優さん
Verusian
だね。
military will be isolated and thrown into chaos, making it easier for us to end the war. However, that can't happen until after the capital falls, so you guys are the stars of this battle. Veruja will fight like a tiger, but we cannot lose. We must seize the capital and end this war.
よし。マクロスミサイルいきます。ちなみにこれはねレールガンです。とある科学のレールガンで、これが電子妨害と電子支援を同時に展開してミサイルの自分のミサイルを有利にしたりっていう兵器。まあ今回はこれに行きます。
Strider Squadron, proceed to runway. Sortie ASAP.
そう邪魔プラスなんか支援特化みたいな、一度に移動石みたいな。そう、エースコンバット6の敵で出てくるこいつはね、登場時と一緒に30機ぐらいの UAV 操作しながら出てくるっていうとんでもない機体だ
Our
から。
troops have engaged the Fravanti Reconstruction Park, Silver Bridge, and the submerged area. We need you to help our boys in those 3 locations. This'll end the war. It's time. Commence the operation. Our friends are waiting.
Lately, as your company commander, I've met some of you young bucks going after my championship.
そうやばいよ。
Pressure on me, so I think I'm gonna go out
実
there
質ラスボスみたいな感じ。
just to show you guys how it's done. I trust I can count on all you to keep up. Let's get out there, take care of business, come back in one piece.
Our ground forces are now moving to capture Fravanti Reconstruction Park. They're already engaged with the enemy. It seems the enemy was fast to detect them. They could use some air support. Strider 1, return line is to the north. Head that way if you need to refuel. Good luck, everyone.
Our air support has stopped the enemy. Advance on the hospital.
Special Count is back in the saddle with Cyclops 2. It's good to be flying with you again, partner.
Cute. No, it's real funny.
Buy us some time. Got the enemy's already down. That LRSFC is really something. Roger. The block will be secured. Unity and Big Shot clear the way.
I know the feeling.
Enemy backup inbound. Forces are heading for 2 separate combat zones. We need to split our forces in 2 and meet both threats at once.
Trigger, head for either area. Cyclops will take care of the other.
Roger.
HQ, we're falling back. We don't stand a chance against their air support. Hold your ground. Made it in my sight. My God.
Strider 1, Fox 2.
The enemy's striking back with everything they've got.
Strider 1, target destroyed.
I've been spiked.
よいしょ。
Okay, Trigger. The submerged area is all yours. We'll deal with the other threat.
Let's go. Lucian. Roger.
Strider 1, target acquired. Target is hit. Keep sending the enemy forces to their watery graves.
硬いな。船本体硬いな。硬い船が硬い。すごいよね。気持ちいい。まあただね、リロードが長いね、やっぱね、一発一発ね。まあこんなもんポンポン打てるようになったら壊れか。まあそう確かにやりすぎは良くない。楽しそうじゃん。ということで一旦帰還します。特殊映像がなくなったんで帰る。カットしよう。なんか前から結構来る。まあほっといたら来るやろ。
assistance from the Erusian army. Operation nearly complete.
航空支援すごすぎ。
Understood.
Understood. All right. Understood.
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 Fatigue is starting to set in. Maintain your composure. We're almost through this.
You did really well out there. This is
Exciting,
sure to bring an
right?
end to the war. You'll be heroes.
Don't know what medals they've got for you. If you want one, come back in one
あ、チャフ使いやがった。
Right between the buildings.
Strider 1, locked on target.
Fire your next missile. Punch a giant hole in that enemy ship. I'm in position. This is the start. There are small boats hiding in the ruins. Take them out before they can approach the fleet.
めちゃくちゃミサイル飛んでるけど
Backup.
な。
Check your radars.
Copy. Trigger. It's about time we finished up here and helped other allies in trouble.
OK。
You don't need to try and target every enemy. Just keep your focus. Take one down, then move on to the next.
Call reinforcements. Damn it. Should have done it sooner.
なんかめちゃくちゃ増えてる。
Have to retreat. Backup is coming. They're defending HQ. This is phase one. We're running your eastern department under our control. Now, on to the enemy headquarters. Hey, they're the wrong place. Give them away.
これは上から撃つしかなさそうだな。
5 minutes remaining.
There are no reinforcements coming. The York fleet was destroyed back at base by an enemy raid.
Target acquired.
乱れ撃ちだ。
Strider 1, missile away.
Time to attack. We're gonna make it through this. Just a little further this way than we are.
Target destroyed.
They have a lock on me.
Strider 1, AA gun destroyed.
That's ready to establish our position. Give those ground troops all support they need.
Blake!
Twist while we have the upper hand. Tide of battle in our favor.
Vehicle eliminated.
Locked off. Watch out!
Missile inbound. Evade.
Strider 1, target acquired.
乱れ撃ちだぜ。
Strider 1, target destroyed.
結構敵多くなってきたな。
Locked on bandit.
ここに来て。
Attack.
Strider 1, hostile gunning for you. Hit on bandit confirmed.
Missile launched.
All right. And I'm back. Dodge that missile.
Friendly shot down.
Missile, evade. 3 minutes remaining. Watch your chaff and flare supply.
次補給するときにね、ちょっと変えたいんだよね。
Hurry up and finish the job.
Target locked.
Our strategy is about to pay off.
Vehicle eliminated.
Breaking hostile line.
Strider 1, target destroyed. Strider 1, locked on target.
Come on, dodge that missile.
ミサイルが。
Locked on bandit. Attacking.
Strider 1, Fox 2. Missile hit.
硬いな戦艦やっぱ。
Evade. Continuing attack.
2 minutes remaining.
Enemy is on me.
Cyclops 3, Fox 2.
On my target's back. Time to punch through.
Break. That only scratched me up. Continuing with combat.
いいね。1分。よし、ちょっと帰還するか。ということでレールガン行きます。かっこいいよねこれ、レールガン出るあれが。オーケー。よし、これ狙い撃ちですね。こいつ着使いやがった。来ました、神曲その1。リロード結構長いんだよねこのレールが。
LRSSG, we have an emergency order from Mission Command. Bring down Mr. X. I know it's a tall order, but HQ wouldn't ask if they didn't have faith in you.
There they are. It's the snowbirds. The two leaders are at a different level, but don't underestimate the rest of them either. This should prove to be fun. What do you mean? It's just like you say. The enemy has experienced fighters in their midst.
いやー変態だな一機一機機体のこれが。よし。いやーすごいすごい動きだ。見て初めて聞きました。よし、めっちゃ動くんだよね。
Cyclops, stride stop Mr. X. Fox 2.
当たってんだけどな。
Cyclops 3, I've been hit. We gotta eject.
Cyclops 3 is bailed out safely. Don't worry, he's gonna make it. Listen, Trigger, real talk. If we keep this up, someone's not gonna lay on. I'll act as a lure. Meanwhile, you shoot down Mr. X.
What?
Alright, he's time to page. Time to take him for a ride.
Target is hit.
Nice, flying. Give him one more.
変態すぎる。
Not struck. Target acquired. Target is in machine gun range.
Taking fire.
動きすぎだっつうの。
Bandit, right behind me.
Strider 1, Fox 2.
You're quite the entertainer, but the show's over with this next shot.
やば。
Wasn't a bad pilot.
Wiseman, missile closing!
I'll keep him off.
ワイズワー。あ
Shit. Cyclops 1 is down.
Cyclops 1 is down.
Eject already, Wiseman! I'm sorry, Count. This plane exploded. Wiseman, stay strong. We're not done here. Cyclops 2, you've got the lead. Wiseman! Shit! Negative, Cyclops 2. You're the lead. I can't do it. Trigger should take command. The duty is yours. That's impossible. Do it. Damn it. Cyclops 4, form an element. We need our top gun if we're gonna take out that bastard. Local count. You're holding your own out there. Can Trigger handle this solo?
この機体ね、あれなんだよね。低速、ストールするね。低速がね、あまりにもあれなんだよね。
Enemy has a beat on you. Good lord. All we can do is rely on our best pilot now.
速いというか。
I don't think I can take him on.
Fox 2.
そう、硬いんだよね。
These guys are way out of my league. I can't miss anything.
やばすぎだろ、マジで。どんなところ飛んでんね。
Now I see why he's the king of the skies. Trigger's our only hope.
Fox 2.
Missile hit.
Damn.
Now go finish the job.
Get Mr. X, Trigger. Shoot it down, Trigger. You can do it. In fact, you're the only one who can.
What?
My radar suddenly turned off.
わあ、なんか爆発してる。
My HUD is crashing out. What was that?
I've lost radar contact. What's up?
Look at the sky. Towards the sun. What is that? A star? No. Maybe an explosion?
This is Soul Squadron.
lost our real-time connection with Mission Command. It's not just Mission Command. I'm not getting any response from outside our LOS.
全然違う機体だった。
Bravanti's now under OCN control. The operation was a
味方の機体
success.
だったわ。
We didn't get the orders that should have come after the operational success. We'll guide you to the scheduled airport. All aircraft
かっこいい
leave
よ
this
な、
airspace
このレール。
immediately.
Negative. They've got a debt to pay.
Count, we all feel the same way.
Shit. So Wiseman died for
飛
nothing.
んでくときに空気のなんていうの、歪みっていうかさ、あれがいいね。
This is a peacekeeping force forward base near Erusian territory. Other Allied aircraft have probably been forced to make emergency landings at other airfields. We don't know much. The mission to capture the capital is nearly complete, but we unfortunately have no intel. The enemy communication satellites are down, and we have confirmed the deaths of several Erusian leaders. But our enemy was smart. They had a similar plan. Our own communication systems were destroyed at
互いの通信
approximately
シ
the
ステ
same
ム
time.
が攻
We
撃
have
され
no
たんだ。
idea when or if they'll come back online. Stand by for further details.
As far as the chaos we find ourselves in these days, it's difficult to say which side pulled the trigger first. Erusia deployed an automatic intercept system with drones. Osea implemented long-range attacks to bypass them. So Erusia decided to sabotage Osea's communications and navigation technology. Erusia couldn't launch a satellite themselves, but they were still able to hack the software of the Osean transmission and navigation systems. Before Osea even noticed, half of their satellites were hijacked. That's when things got ugly. In an attempt to knock out each other's capabilities, both forces launched fighters loaded with anti-satellite missiles at the same time. Only military satellites were targeted. However, their destruction created a debris field in orbit, which wiped out scores of other satellites, both private and government-owned. What kept the world relatively sane up to that point had been free-flowing data and information. But now, those were gone. All that remained was chaos and confusion. Government and civilian broadcasts and transmissions were cut off. The flow of information had ceased. Forces on both sides of the conflict now found themselves unable to communicate with their superiors. Many of the smaller countries annexed by Erusia and yearning for their independence seized the opportunity and started their own uprisings. As for why some of Osea's military decided to break off from the main force and continue on their own, I have no idea. Perhaps there was some sort of dispute over the chain of command. The continent that had once seen wars that were only fought between Osea and Erusia was now full of numerous conflicts between rival leaders vying for power. Insurgencies were everywhere. I even heard a rumor that a group of Osean convicts had rebelled. Rumors. It never ceased to amaze me that even at a crazy time like this, something as trivial as a rumor could find its way here. Communications from corporate were cut off. Apparently, the entire computer network was down. It was a wise decision to make our drones autonomous with AI instead of being radio-controlled. Wise and forward-thinking. Even with their GPS offline, they can still use their sensors to navigate as long as they're working properly. I'm sure the drones are still working perfectly, following their mission orders to the letter. I wish I could upload Mihai's new data to them. But without a connection, I can't upload the software to the active drones. The new ones we're making, though, there should still be enough time to upgrade those before they're activated. I'll be taking the data I've acquired away from the front lines now. Oh, and I'll be taking the girls, too. I told my assistant Masa it was time to get Mihai's granddaughters ready to leave here. She's not much older than the girls, but she has a way about her, and I'm sure she won't have any trouble with them. I saw a plane flying off in the distance. I imagine it was looking for a safer place. The plane had a rose emblem on it.
こっからね、ちょっとめんどくさいんだよね、ミッションが。
Erusia's communication networks have been down since their satellites were destroyed. Unfortunately, we are experiencing trouble too. All of Usia has been affected. We don't know when things will be back up and running. We're not even sure if this is Erusia's
そう
doing.
言われてみれば OS カーなんで
Still,
す。
we will follow the strategy that was originally planned and move on to the next operation after liberating Farbanti. Let's get to it. Since the war began, we've been receiving communications in secret from an officer in the Erusian army.
With the capital under our control, Erusia's radical element is losing support quickly, affecting the balance of power.
HQ is thinking of using the military officer as a way to gain leverage to settle peace negotiations. The officer is currently hiding in the outskirts of Anchorhead Bay, having joined up with support dispatch from the Osean army. The plan is that they'll take a standard vehicle to a rendezvous point at a harbor in the east part of the city, where a helicopter will be waiting.
I would like the new Strider Squadron to provide escort for the officer. Cyclops will remain at the base on standby to serve as defense.
With the communication network currently down in the capital, I very much doubt Erusia will be able to mount a regimented counterattack. However, it is likely that Erusia's intelligence department and the remaining forces who are aware of the officer's movements will interfere. Keep a close eye on the officer and make sure he stays safe. Our victory in Farbanti has given us a golden opportunity to finally end this war. Be safe out there.
Take note that our satellite-based IFF has become unreliable following the recent communications failure. As such, target ID will be done by processing the images from the infrared cameras on your aircraft. Objects will initially appear as unknown on your HUDs, but will be ID'd once you close in on them.
これがね、めんどくさいんだよね、マジで。これがまあすんごいめんどくさいんですわ。
Strider Squadron, you're cleared to taxi.
そう、識別しないといけないんです。
To the unidentified Osean craft, this is Captain Carl of the Osean Army. Are you here for the escort? You're not the squadron I was expecting. Are you really friendlies? Over. This is Longcaster. Airborne warning and control system for the Osean Long-Range Strategic Strike Group. Captain Carl, they're on our side. And those two pilots we've heard about must be here too.
Okay, I hope you're right. Longcaster, are all of these really unknowns?
It's a state of civil war. The Erusian army is fighting itself. There's no guarantee the Oseans won't shoot us in this confusion.
We'll image process the unknowns caught in your cams to identify friend or foe. The process will be faster if you get a close-up, well-centered image.
Meanwhile, we just run if they shoot us, right?
Affirmative. Always identify your target before you fire.
そう、攻撃前にね、識別しないといけないんですよ、ちゃんと。
Something I'll never get used to. Tonight has been a total shock. The city under martial law. Gunfire and the roar of jets echoing through the streets.
Give me Strider Squadron's IDs. Oh, and hand me that sandwich. No orders, but we do have ID data. Check your TAC terminal.
Roger that. We're on our way home.
Entering the Anchorhead Bay area. Buildings will block your line of sight. Make sure to keep track of your objective.
How this war ends depends on this mission. I'm counting on full speed.
Understood.
I've been spiked.
Strider Squadron, identify the unknowns along the route. It's Erusian.
They are responding aggressively.
General, if they're conservatives, they'll listen to us. Negotiations were a success, Lancaster. They've opened up a path for us.
More the merrier. ID'd as Ocean forces. This is AWACS VLRSSG.
Our info has been updated.
Fox 2.
この機体やっぱストールしやすいな。
We can't see the tops of the roofs from down here. Be on the lookout for enemy ambushes.
It is not machines that make the decisions in war. It's people. Understand that.
We made it through the Anchorhead Bay area. We're heading along Highway 208 under the bridge. We're taking the coastal highway at the next ramp.
All right.
The use of drones makes war more palatable. Why don't people realize this?
There's a strict curfew, but people gather in bars and other places to learn what's going on.
Target locked. You all went through? Whether you're a patriot or not, you're just too stubborn to change the mind.
もうマジで識別するまでね、撃ってくるんだよね、敵はね。理不尽だよな。よし。
Wait. The general managed to convince them.
Those that protect General LaFarge are the real patriots. Onward!
There's a vehicle up ahead. Think it's gonna ask us to pay a toll? Get closer and find out if it's an enemy vehicle.
We'll go. Let's go. Okay. There's the big shot. When the communication networks come back online, target destroyed.
Vehicle blocking the road.
そう、こっちはね、撃ってないのにね、いるんだよ。
Signs of efficient warfare at the beginning of this war are now gone.
これ今コックピット光ってたから敵だな。
Strider 1, APC destroyed.
Nice work. That takes care of that one. We're heading for the highway. Thanks to you, we got out of paying that toll.
I'm leaving for firing. Bail out
コ
now.
ックピットがね、光ってるやつはね、無人機なんだよね。
It's a friendly. I know what I'm doing.
We're almost at landfill number 7. If we can make it through, we'll be in arm's reach of the rendezvous at Kruger Park. Captain Carl, do you have the means to record this conversation? I wish to explain to you the situation inside Erusia. I'm sure the boys listening upstairs will record it. The open declaration of war, expanding the front lines, was all the work of some young Erusian officers. They were referred to as radicals, but there was an unseen force guiding them. It was technology they borrowed from the Belgians. When they actually went to war, the performance of the attack drones exceeded their wildest dreams. And they were incredibly clean, which got public opinion and the opportunists within the military on their side. Even manipulated the princess. The Belgian technology advanced UAV research within the Erusian flight test center by at least 10 years. They used the flight data from a former ace pilot to create drone AI, but to us it's no different than magic or alchemy. Airplanes are meant to be flown by human beings. For those of you listening in, am I wrong? We're heading towards Kruger Park. Rendezvous point is the helipad on this man-made island. We'll ditch the car and take the helicopter from there.
特殊映像が腐るマップである。
Members of a military group calling scheduled route.
No response. Got a pass music.
Strider 1, missile inbound. Evade.
They're not rumors are ideals. What point is there in living? It's best that you leave the country. Eagle 3 strike. I am scratched on the tail means that it's part of the Beetle unit. All rebels must be taken down.
Thanks. Would have been toast.
Captain Carl, we have a new rendezvous point. New coordinates are as follows. 263 Tango 4, 1999 Delta Lima. Rescue team says hostiles are making the area too dangerous.
Well, yeah, don't they know nowhere is safe?
Our capital's fall has led to another power struggle within the Erusian military. Commander.
It's all gone to hell. Radio chatters about the Civil War. Radio? You have one in your cockpit? Yeah, ever since my previous squadron. I've got it taped, nice and secure.
We're about to cross Anchor Bridge. There'll be nowhere to hide.
That was something.
Forces at landfill number 7. This is Gatewax Longcaster.
That vehicle is one of ours! Use fire! These folks just came through! Take out Diddy in autonomous mode.
An armored vehicle's behind us. It's a vehicle used by the Erusian forces. Take it out!
Trigger, our VIP is in trouble. Clear the way for him.
Taking fire! Take care of them!
Need to know what's what.
I didn't think we were gonna make it, but you saved us. Thanks.
You have no choice! Fire!
敵を恐れ全部敵っぽいな。
Listen up. From here on out, all aircraft are prohibited from taking off.
This is a message to all of you fighting out there. Ask yourself, what is best for our country?
General, we still have drones at our disposal. It's to move from these docks. Please, watch over the future from the high heavens.
Almost reached the container area. Watch out for enemy ambushes.
Understood.
System failures caused friendly fire incidents among Erusian forces.
Shoot it down!
Trigger, that one's Ocean.
嘘。
Do not attack before target identification is complete.
やっぱ ADMM ダメか。
Weapons hold!
I'm behind my target.
Coming up on a tunnel. We'll need to split up until we reach the exit. There's more to Belkin technology than just UAVs. Thinking IFF designations for one was an astonishing development. Used it to make drones that resemble Ocean fighters. And then to assassinate Harley, putting blame on enemy fighters. In the end, Belkin technology brought chaos to the world.
I can't believe Erusia is responsible for Harley's assassination.
You talking politics? That's new.
Can't ignore a story like that, right, Trigger? Bad news. Hostile armored forces outside of the tunnel. I'm thinking people should go say hi before they ruin the general's day.
The general's a real celebrity. Seems everyone wants to meet him.
How'd you at last, Longcaster? We've been reached and we're here to help. Damn it! We're outnumbered. There were too many conservatives in the Air Force that hated the truth.
Missile!
We were nearly done for. I couldn't have asked for better timing.
Nice. Landed in the ocean attacking the raft.
Regionalism is part of the infighting within these groups.
We've reached the industrial zone. This should be the new rendezvous point. The coordinates are up ahead. Take out any enemies in the surrounding area.
Wilco.
Glad we waited. Don't worry, we won't let anybody through after this hour.
Almost at the rendezvous, in the rear of the others. Understood.
The radicals currently believe Western drone production will become their bosses. They should be taking responsibility for the capital's fall, but instead they're prolonging the war. That is why proper conservatives like myself are moving to regain control. If all goes
大変
well,
だ。
we'll be able to sign a truce with Osea quickly.
He dodged it.
めっちゃミサイルくれるやん。
We've reached the rendezvous point. There's the chopper too.
Who do we turn to in this darkest hour? We need a beacon of light to show us the way. This is the Erosion News Network.
Okay, let's go. We're getting out of here. I've had just about enough of this place.
これこのミッションがあと2つぐらい続くのか
My
な。
thanks to the LRSSG. This should finally bring about a true end to the war.
Understood. Good luck. Multiple unidentified aircraft approaching.
This plane is carrying civilians. We have escort fighters, but we do not intend to engage in combat. Please stand down.
AI ですね。無人機やん。
What's going on?
Try to get a little closer. Weapon use is prohibited.
What's going on? Dr. Schroeder!
Whoa, whoa. There's a girl on board?
He's not lying about carrying civilians.
No. Unless she's a soldier.
Weapon use is prohibited. We've checked footage. It does seem to be a transport with escorts.
I repeat, this craft is carrying civilians. We are not here to fight.
Dr. Schroeder, tell me what's happening.
I'm sure I don't need to remind you, but do not attack the civilian liaison.
That's the aircraft your grandfather told me about. The scratches.
There it is. The EASA liaison plane. They engage in witchcraft with Belkin technology. They're responsible for leading the military down the wrong path.
え
Wait. Unknown's attacking the girl's plane.
Alma, hold on tight.
Allcaster, permission to engage.
Negative.
What?
It could be Ocean fighters. ID them ASAP.
Shit.
That's all we can do.
多すぎる。
ID complete. They're Erosion fighters. What the hell is going on?
Stay sharp.
Uh-huh.
Right. I'm shooting him down. Any complaints?
Granted.
Wilco.
Wilco.
How dare you interfere? I'm here to deal with that traitor.
Don't miss.
Aim carefully.
This is rebuilding. Evading missile.
IF23。
Strider 1 has killed a bandit.
Wait, you don't think it's those Ocean big shots, do you? I managed to catch a glimpse of the three strikers.
It's launched.
See it, Ryder. Just how long you plan on getting in my way.
9. No good. Shit.
YF23 硬いな。
You're in my way.
Bandit destroyed. Well done.
Strider 1, target acquired.
Strider 2. Bucks 2.
eliminated. The liaison is safe. Wait.
The escort fighter is... The drive. They're missing the drive.
What the hell? You gotta be kidding me. Liaison escort has a radar lock. They're targeting you guys.
What the hell? We were just helping them.
Erusian aircraft, this is AWACS Longcaster. Do not engage the liaison. Break off now.
Can you hear me on this channel, Ocean Craft? Those escort aircraft are drones. They are currently being operated autonomously. They are not being controlled by anyone. They are flying on their own volition.
What?
In that case, we have no choice but to shoot the aircraft down.
Unfortunately, yes.
We did what we could. Weapons free. You were cleared to attack the escort.
はい。
Wilco. Understood.
Wilco.
ああ。
MQ-99 launch! Our commands are overridden! They must be accessing us slowly. Which unit is behind this?
ここからさらに無人機飛んでくるんだ。
Hey, it's not our fault they won't listen to reason. Why build something like that? Whoever did is the king of all dumbasses. Additional hostiles inbound. Great timing.
Son of a bitch.
その動き。
The escort must have used its remote activation rights to gain more allies.
Watch it. Enemy has a lock on you.
Strider 3 launching missile.
Target was not struck.
Strider 1, target eliminated.
無人機がね、また強いんだこのゲーム。人が乗ってないことを言うようにめちゃくちゃな動きをする。
5 bandits remaining.
Damn it. The drive they need. It's not enough to be fully functional. There has to be a time when it should not function. But when?
4 bandits left.
They're after data, aren't they?
Strider 1, Fox 2. 3 bandits to go. 2 bandits left. Show them what you got. 1 bandit to go.
OK。
Strider 1, that's what I like to see. Another story to tell my boy.
Understood. All hostiles have been eliminated.
このミッションマジで長いな。
General's helicopters flying safely outside Anchorhead Bay. All aircraft, RTB, mission complete.
All hostiles, huh?
General, the Ocean aircraft is here to pick us up. The approaching Ocean aircraft.
Losing his army? Elaborate. They stole our sealed orders. It should be a piece of cake.
Were you sent by the General's staff? No, it's Lieutenant and Central! I can't!
あ、
There are 3 scratches.
What does that mean?
The tail of that plane.
Longcaster, are all of these...
In order to respond to the attack on the base, Cyclops has scrambled after being on standby. We'll head up too, once our planes are ready. Oh, and Labarth is dead.
What did you say?
Apparently, he was shot down by another Ocean aircraft after he left the area of operations. I mean, I know it was
これは
chaos.
大変だった
Still.
ね。
At any rate, the sealed order operation has come to a close. We have no idea about a plan for going forward.
All we can do for now is watch our own backs.
What's up with the commander?
He's staying in his room. He's still alive, since we can hear him crying.
The island we went to was supposed to have been secured by the ground forces. They hadn't gotten a handle on things by the time we got there, so now we were stuck in the middle of a half-assed campaign. My job was to get the planes ready for combat, making repairs and handing them over to our troop of cons. Thing is, the enemy still had the hangars. The comms were still down, so none of us knew what the hell was going on. The last transmission I heard before everything went to shit was that some prisoners from an Ocean military penal unit rioted and managed to escape. They stole some jets and now they were flying around, taking out their former allies left and right. I wonder if any units like ours were out here, creeping around. Hearing the Ocean jets firing at each other overhead chipped away at morale. Since the radio was out, it was quiet. I liked it better that way. All I heard was the gunfire. Here we were, walking around carrying rifles. We were pilots, damn it. Friendly fire will probably kill us. You know things are desperate when the guards that used to lock us into solitary are now telling us it's better we all stick together. I guess they think our odds of surviving this war are better that way. After walking for miles across the battlefield, we came across the wreckage of a plane. Passenger, not military. I knew that rose. It was an Erusian liaison plane. The guard's dogs smelled something and took off. They led us to a cliff. And the bodies.
Today, I lost everything. When Osea attacked our capital, my father, a man who was never really suited to being the king, was killed. I was to be flown out of the war zone to safety, but the plane was shot down by rebels. The entire crew was killed in the crash. Soldiers appeared and one shot at me. My dog went after him and shot him to pieces. He was my best friend.
犬も死んじゃったんだ。あらら。
After all those speeches I gave about working together for peace, I thought everyone felt the same as I did. I'm sure the soldier who shot at me knew I was the Princess of Erusia. He was Erusian too. More soldiers have come. Now, there is no one left to protect me. I am so numb, I cannot move. I watch as one of their dogs approaches. It sniffs mournfully at my dead friend. I wonder if it grieves for him as much as I do. I can barely think. I feel weaker by the minute. I don't know who these soldiers are with, but I managed to take a sip of the water they gave me.
How long have you been here?
Somehow, I muster the courage to answer the woman's question. I tell her I've been there 3 days. They gather around me with grim looks on their faces. What would they do if they knew I was the Erusian princess? After searching the cockpit of the plane, the woman who spoke to me before came back to me.
This is an air-to-ground tactical radio. It still works!
I noticed she walked with a limp. She knelt down next to me and asked her companions to give me some food. And then, very softly, she said,
"You see, I used to listen to your broadcasts, Your Royal Highness." Just what did you see here?
うん、なるほどね。
Okay, enough talk. Your opinions have all been taken into consideration. Beyond the seizure of Forbanti, which is important, and supporting the Erusian officer. At this point, I just don't know what our strategy is, or what our mission will be. Radio communication is still patchy for both the military and civilians, so we're getting zipped from Mission Command about our orders. Still, with countless Erusian forces in the area, it's too dangerous for us to stay around here waiting for a miracle. Now, regarding Count's suggestion to think about self-defense, I think we should make a break for Tyler Island. It was a large Osean base before the start of the war. Count says his previous squadron took part in an operation to seize control of the island. It has the only base that will get us to the space elevator without refueling. It's also a transport facility for supply ships that provide drones and ammo for arsenal birds. For the Osean forces that are looking to reclaim the space elevator, those are two great reasons in its favor. If everything went according to plan, the base may already be in Allied hands when we get there. Though based on what Count told me about the island operation, it won't be easy to seize control.
If the ground troops have managed to open the bridgehead, the transport route to Osea for supply ships should be available.
So much at stake, I can't imagine Erusia just giving it up without a fight. Things could really have gone bad.
Even if there are enemies left, they should be pretty easy to suppress.
I just want to go home, man.
Me too.
With that look on your face, Trigger, I know exactly what you want.
If Trigger's ready to kick ass, then so am I.
Damn straight. We're with you, Trigger.
It's decided then. Let's get all the aircraft and haul ass to Tyler Island. Although we can avoid the Arsenal Bird's anti-air network, there's still remnants from the Erusian forces. I want to get to the island without getting into any unnecessary combat. Pick a fast craft and fix it how you want. Pack for a long trip, but remember, if you drag your ass, you'll get left behind.
このミッション終わったらちょっと終わるか。なんか裏で集まってるからそっちやろうかな。
Strider Squadron, sortie ASAP.
Taiman? Hey.
By multiple tanks and APCs. They'll all go down if we don't pull back the landing craft. What? Abandoned Tango 2-3?
Something's not right.
Tango 2-3, we don't have the firepower to assist you. You're on your own. Please, we need help.
Wagtail is on the Osean landing ship. What's going on? What did you say?
Multiple bogies inbound. Damn it. Prepare for anti-air combat.
This is the AWACS Longcaster. The aircrafts in your area belong to the LRSSG.
Allied aircraft. A retreating vehicle is taking fire. Requesting assistance.
Roger. ID complete.
Shit. These are Osean.
Caution. Pull up. Caution.
We're under attack!
Caution. Pull up.
Cyclops 2. Fox 2.
Their artillery fire just missed us off our starboard side.
Vehicle confirmed destroyed. Update is on Tyler Island.
Couldn't be worse. Our forces are scattered and on the run.
They're on the run?
We were waiting for retreating units here to carry them out to safety. Our air support is here. Do me a favor, Longcaster. Many of our allies are cut off. We need support and an escape route.
Understood. We'll do what we can.
いや、数多いな。
Let's help retreating Osean forces. Take out any hostiles in their area. Don't engage till targets are ID'd.
The boots on the ground are more people shooting at him.
Thanks. It's absolute chaos out there. The Erusian streams are starting to fight amongst themselves.
Nice. Target eliminated.
Well, now we know what's going on, but shit.
多すぎだよ。しかもこれ識別してから攻撃しないといけないからきついね。なおさら。あー、ストールだ。
All aircraft, search every nook of the island. We're not leaving anyone behind. Strider 1, we've identified the unknown targets.
I count 12 dead bodies. Strider 1, target destroyed. The upper middle class. The spaceport's nearby, so they could be researchers and their families. Most likely, they were involved with Delta.
Vehicle confirmed destroyed.
We're down to less than half our vehicle. This isn't looking good. We need help. Bring all the units.
Launched.
Caution. Pull up. Caution.
あだ名とか。
Count to 3, and the enemy's gone.
Our last vehicle has been destroyed. Let's get out of here.
Let's get moving! Hit the gas and don't let up until we reach the extraction point! I don't want to see anyone! Hostile or friendly!
Missile. Missile.
We did it! We're moving out!
I did.
Leave the jet behind! We'll come back to this island one day and send them off properly.
Missile.
やってくれるじゃん。
Don't fight with your backs to the supply ships. It's Hayward on board.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Strider 1, missile launched. Vehicle confirmed destroyed.
あのヘリも絶対敵だろう。
It's fine if we take a little damage. We need to finish this fight now. Our guys even took out the enemy air support. What do we do now?
Allied retreat looks good.
Great. Quick, will we make it in time?
A landing ship is waiting for you.
Right. We need the wounded. This will guarantee us the one-way ticket to hell. Pretty sure we're there already.
It's the Ocean military.
Don't they know they're on the same side?
We'll be firing at each other.
Missile.
This is AWACS Longcaster. We're uploading the latest ID data. Check your TAC terminal.
Hold your fire! The info is from Allied AWACS. Hold your fire! Roger.
me they're not here to bring good news.
We need to ID the bogies. Take them down if they're hostile.
Understood.
Strider 1, target acquired. Strider Squad, you're near an armada of bogies. Identify them.
Chase off the bogies! There's no way there are! Almost there! Commence operation no return! These are unguided. Stay on course! Let's just get this done with.
行きます。
Identification complete. It's Erusian bombers and their escorts.
Count's prophecy has come true. Take out all bombers. They'll flatten our allies.
Plenty of civilian casualties as well. Precision bombing is impossible in these conditions. Maybe they know they can't. We're gonna drop them all.
雲がやばいな。
The enemy is making good use of the clouds.
Here you
This is launch control. The enemy is closing. Confirm launch readiness.
Affirmative. This is our last chance for Operation Duty Time. Beat on you.
Launch control. Roger back.
The bombers are nearing the island. We're running out of time.
Missile inbound. Drinking.
Fox 2.
いやーめんどくさいこれ。
Strider 1, target acquired.
Enemy on your back.
Only half the bombers remain. We can't let even one get away. More bombers approaching. Intercept them now.
I'm on my target's tail.
All enemy bombers have been destroyed.
We did it.
Continue with your mission.
Hey you, dumbass with scratches on his tail. Hear me? I need you to help me clean them. There's refugees surrounded by Erusian tanks right here. Needless to say, their future's not looking too bright.
This is a secure military line. Who is this?
Me? You can call me the Scrap Queen.
Longcaster. She's an ally. Trigger and I'd know that voice anywhere.
That voice. So you're still breathing, Sir Count.
Here, let me have a word. Hey, it's been a while. I had a
お
feeling the two of you
お
were still
タブロイドじゃ
alive.
ん。
Remember, stick with Trigger and you'll make it.
I have a bit of intel for you. We'll share it if you can help those refugees. Count me in.
That's right.
Where's our air support?
Strikes in the sky. They say you see them, you're a goner.
UAV is down. Echo 13. All hostiles are down.
Understood. This is our last chance. We'll see how far we can go.
We've destroyed all of the targets. All bogies should be ID'd now. Mission complete. Okay, Scrap Queen. Send us the target coordinates.
I was thinking about how I do that.
Don't you have a laser target indicator?
Why would she?
Subcaster. If he was taking this to the enemy's doorstep, not me. Wait, you moron! Wait! What are you doing, dumbass? Here! Attack right here!
Longcaster, we've confirmed the location of the flare.
That's them. All aircraft, we just updated your threat matrix via data link. Take out those targets.
Don't miss.
あっという間だったぞ。
That takes care of them. No civilian casualties? Nice going. Do you hear the singing?
Beginning terminal countdown. Pressure stable. Cooling system is on.
ああ、そういえばまだあったね。
Broadcaster, a promise is a promise. Here's the intel. I heard it from an Erusian soldier that defected. The supply ships will be launched soon.
Yeah, that is valuable information.
That doesn't sound good.
But can it be trusted?
Not sure. Heard it from a man who said he wanted to atone for his sins. Up to you to trust him or not.
Understood. Good luck.
Releasing safety. 10, 9, 8.
なんかありますね。
The supply ships have been launched from the mass driver. If the supply ships make it to the arsenal bird, they'll be able to resupply it. They may be loaded with new weaponry that we don't even know about. We have no choice but to take down the supply ships before they can get within the arsenal bird's air defense network. You've got to hurry or you're not going to make it.
早いな。
All aircraft, remain on high alert. We got bandits incoming on radar. You're gonna have to forget about them for now. Focus on destroying that supply ship first.
We're sitting ducks like this.
Let the supply ship get too far away, we'll never be able to catch it. The target's using cloud cover to hide itself. Don't worry, we know where it's headed. Did you see that explosion? Looks like that's one of them down.
Remember, there are 2 supply ships out there. Hurry up and shoot the other one down. Hope you're all enjoying the pretty fireworks. This thing had any windows, we could have seen it for ourselves. Nice
い
work,
や
team.
すごいな。やっぱ何もいじってないね。こんな持ってかれるか。
We're gonna find ourselves a boat and leave this island. We'll be taking the refugees, along with any deserters from the Erusian military.
Who's the girl that ran at the tanks with the smoke canister? A few more crazies like her, and life down there may have been a tad bit easier.
What do you think would have happened to those refugees if you hadn't intervened? The princess saw what happened. They were little kids.
That's why I like the sky. You don't have to see those types of things.
Does this mean we're that much closer to ending the war?
No, we just basically prevented it from going on forever.
Count's right. We have no choice but to return to our original base. Our base that is nearly out of food and fuel. We need to do something.
ABC. よし。じゃあ今日はここまでにしておこう。
Good. Take a seat. Everyone's here. All right. Good work in sinking this. However, we're in no position to start celebrating. Even the commander here is starting to fray from the stress. Can't say I blame him. Now, Tyler Island is in a state of complete anarchy. This base isn't safe either. The faces you see around you are the only friends we've got. Take a good look.
OK。じゃあ今日はここまで。また明日。ほな、ほじゃ。